All right, fun's over. Podcast time.
Quorators.
Welcome back to Quorators here on crack.com, home of the fact, and also not.com. It's the YouTube page. We're your hosts, Alex and Jeremy, and I'm Alex. That's Jeremy.
That's Alex.
Every week we read Quoras. We go on to Quora. We say, here are some interesting Quoras, and then we read them here on the YouTube.
You go to Cracked to the YouTube to hear about Quora.
You go on your computer, you type crack.com, you hit yourself in the head with your hand because that's not what you meant to type. You type youtube.com
//
cracked. Or you go to your profile. You go to YouTube, click profile, click subscriptions, find Cracked.
Sure.
And then see what they've put up recently.
Then you open up a new tab, you type in Quora, you think, no, I don't want to go there by myself. I want the Quorators to curate the Quoras for me.
At this point, you should probably call a doctor of some kind because like things are really getting away from you in a way that may indicate some kind of serious
you actually do need help.
medical issue, some kind of disturbance. Something's wrong. Tell a family member.
You're messed up.
You are not doing well. Welcome to Quorators. Now, last week we did all love questions. Isn't that right, Jeremy? It was kind of a time for love back then.
Romance.
But not anymore. We're done with that
That's
shit.
over.
If you're bringing love in here, there's the door. You can't see it. It's off camera. But we got all kinds of other stuff. And probably a lot of it's like kind of, it's about confrontation and life and thriving. And
we're not talking about love this episode. But first, our question from last week, and that's about love.
Because it's from then and not now.
Question. This is the question we asked last week. It was, can I steal my son's baby girl?
Okay.
Girl spelled with a U.
I am interested to see what people think of this and if it will just be commenters wishing curses on us and trying to hurt us with magic.
First answer from Lindsay Thomas, who's a gamer at Minecraft, parentheses, video game, says, yes, you physically could, but many of us younger Zoomers may consider this pedophilia, as dating people younger than you is undoubtedly gross and icky. Have fun getting canceled, idiot.
Okay. So that's got to be a listener to our show, right?
I think that is.
They're having too much fun with it.
Yeah.
Yep, they've only answered our question. That's a listener. Okay, quick reminder. If you're going to answer the questions, you got to use the words scrambled eggs.
And hey, try not to make us say the word pedophilia in the first 3 minutes of the episode.
People can clip it and send us to jail. Is that what you want? We're not making enough money for that,
Now we're
really.
podcasting from prison.
We're asking questions on Quora about prison.
We have no time to curate properly.
We're applying firsthand knowledge. Is that what you want? We're really putting a positive spin on this, but no, you don't want
Don't do that, please.
What about other people?
Christopher Brent Chase, who has a BA in Business Administration from Shasta College, expected 2027, says, why would you steal your child's lover? Would you want your lover stolen from you? Stealing a lover would not only crush your son, he would probably hate you for the rest of your life. If you don't want that to happen, then just don't do it.
Why would I do it? Because I gotta have it.
And then someone else said, hello, Christopher. Your posts are worth reading, though we are not following each other. Please kindly follow, and I'll follow back. I want us to be friends, and you can share some of your thoughtful ideas with me. Thanks.
Okay, great. So that guy's team follow back, and we're going to steal the other one's girlfriend.
This guy's name is Derek Graham. His bio is, you never fail until you stop trying, Italian American. I do not think that this is a listener.
I don't know why that's so funny back to back. I think if you read it like one sentence, it's funny. Okay.
Yeah. And then one other person said, sure.
Okay. So they all agree we could do it.
We could do it if we wanted to.
My son doesn't know what's coming.
Nope.
They think they're so rich in women that they can get away with whatever they want. They don't know I'm going to be creeping in the window for the baby girl.
Yeah. Your adult son. Your adult son.
Yeah.
We have to specify because we are not going to prison.
Don't clip this show.
Please don't clip our
show. It's not a show that's meant to be clipped except when we do it.
We do it and we put it on TikTok.
And then everyone is really kind to us. What's going on?
Let's go into our first segment. It's the Quoker. It's our Incel and Manosphere segment. And this is a song that we wrote. It's an original song that represents Quokers.
Yeah. What if the Joker is on Quora? That's kind of indicated with this song.
It would be interesting. He'd ask a lot of interesting questions, I think.
He would ask, why so serious?
Yeah. Do you want to know how I got these scars? How did you get your scars?
He's kind of like the original Quora user in a way.
That was probably what they like intended the character to be, was the original Quora user who fights Batman. Anyway.
Also, he's stronger than it seems like he should. Sometimes the Joker is strong and sometimes he's not.
What do you mean by that?
Like sometimes he's normal human strength and then other times he can like dent a car and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, like.
Well, if his
like he's in the Mortal Kombat versus DC universe game and is like doing all kinds of superhuman stuff, and it's like he's a clown. Why are you
the canon is all fucked up in the Mortal Kombat versus DC game.
It's all hither and yon. Anyway, what's our question, Jeremy?
Is drunken fist effective for real fight?
Now, the reason you may have had a hard time with that title is drunken fist should be capitalized. That's a note I give every week.
Yes.
It is a proper noun. It is the name of a style.
It's a type
you
of fighting.
Get shit-housed and let them have it.
Well, isn't it you pretend to be shit-housed?
No.
No?
Haven't you seen any of the drunken fist
I thought it was a style where you're like kind of flowing and you're like, ooh, but like you're not like actually drunk. You're faking it.
No,
and you're actually sober.
I think the
and
whole
you
concept
retain
is
your semen.
You have like a yummy sake or something.
Sure.
Or a Eastern spirit of some kind.
Okay.
Who knows what kind? It could be anything. It's not important. What's important is you get shit housed off that shit, and then you're like, what about it?
The most notable drunken fist fighter I know of is, of course, Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars universe.
When does he do that?
He does it all the time.
Does he do it in the movie?
This is according to the theory of Darth Jar Jar, where he is secretly the villain of the whole franchise. Do you subscribe to this? Welcome to crack.com, the home of the fact.
Did you do like extra research to cracktify the...
People said that we weren't cracked enough. Well, guess what? I'm Dan O'Brien.
Darth Jar Jar has been using drunken fist for 20 years.
Welcome to the backstory of Jar Jar Binks. Are the prequel Star Wars movies overrated? Welcome to Cracked.
They're not. They're underrated, if anything. Welcome to Cracked.
Welcome to Cracked, over the fact.
No, you gotta drink a bunch of it like Jackie Chan does in The Drunken Master.
There's a theory that when George Lucas wrote the original Star Wars film, Phantom of the Menace,
I did not ask about
the
this.
Phantom Menace, that he intended Jar Jar to be revealed to be the Emperor at the end. And that when the movie came out, people made so much fun of the character that he was like, never mind, I never meant that. And then the character doesn't show up ever again.
I think it would have been a good twist.
And the theory,
I don't know how he would end up being that guy who's already later in the movie.
The theory is all the scenes where he's like flopping around and like fighting people by like being an idiot is that he's doing drunken fist. And that he's pretending to flop around, but really he is a Jedi master.
I don't think you know what drunken fist is, because it's when you drink a bunch. It's not that you pretend you're drinking.
No, I get you. But drunken boxing, drunken
I just
fist.
don't believe you. If we don't establish trust as Quorators, how can we quarate? Oh man, there's a long Wikipedia page for drunken. We're fully off Quora already.
Due to a scarcity of historical sources, near impossible.
The history of drunken fist.
I'm gonna just control F Jar Jar Binks and just see if it appears.
Okay,
I'm kidding.
Would you like to just put the word Jar Jar in the Wikipedia and then we'll go back to the question?
It's obviously not gonna be there because it didn't end up happening.
Okay, then can we take my example of drunken fist as actually being drunk? Because I'm gonna say it's not effective for a real fight. Unless you're in the one situation where you're paralyzed by fear,
it makes you feel less pain too,
and less pain. You may be able to berserk your way.
Yeah.
Through
Or what if you're in like a really cold area?
Okay.
Now it's making you hotter.
Oh, it feels that way, but you're actually
getting colder.
I learned that from Family Guy.
Did you?
Welcome to Correct.
What's the Family Guy?
There's a Family Guy line about it where Brian's drinking at the baseball game. That's not important.
You know, Stewie.
Yeah. What does he say to Stewie?
Jar Jar was actually going to be the villain.
Fucking God. This is
Remember
out
they
of
did Star Wars
hand.
parodies on the.
I just want to know if Drunken Fist is effective for real fight.
Sound off below in the comments and let us know if Drunken Fist effective for real fight.
I
Drown
think
out
not.
the people who are mad at us.
Beat them at their own game. Defeat them here before they rise to power.
Our legions of commenters, go forth to YouTube and say LMAO. Or LMAO.
Do you think it's effective in a real fight?
Do I think it's effective? I think it would be because you'd kind of be like unpredictable. I feel like it would be hard to fight a drunk person. But if you're really good at fighting, maybe you'd just kick their ass.
They're just worse at everything.
Yeah.
They're drunk. They like can't stand as good.
I feel like I use Drunken Fist in the sense that when in my verbal fights, if I get drunk, I get meaner and more confident.
Dissect your enemies?
Oh yeah. Do you feel like? Do you not get? I feel like I get confident when I drink more. Do you not feel like that? And I get like a snappier.
Oh sure. I get more confident and more mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm kind of like the bad sheriff in town when I drink too much. But that doesn't mean that my fist has improved.
See, this is the issue. If both of us get too drunk, there's two bad sheriffs in town.
That's true.
And the town ain't big enough for the both of us.
The town is supposed to have one good sheriff and one bad sheriff.
Yes,
That's by design.
That's how it works. Good
it's
sheriff,
called the balance
bad
of
sheriff.
power. What do the answers say? Can I ask that? Is
You
that
need to
something I
be
can even ask on this podcast?
You need to be really strong and flexible and coordinated to pull off the Drunken Fist style of movements, but you spend a lot of time learning to do those movements and conditioning your body to do them instead of learning to fight, which means that put up against someone who trains boxing, it may not go so well for the drunken fighter. But against a normie or just some dickhead causing trouble, the drunken boxer would probably have superior attributes, if not superior skill. I feel like that's literally what we said.
It's not what I said.
That's what I said.
It's not what I said. Because I think this is a dangerous door we're opening of just like encouraging strangers on the internet to get drunk before they fight. And I don't think that's what I want to do. We have a platform I want to use for good. And that's why we're discussing Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Am I allowed to read this answer or is it going to cause too much trauma?
Just read it.
Diego says, as long as you're not actually drunk.
Elmao. You were waiting for me to say it.
Oh, no, I just ignored it.
Oh, no, yeah, but he says Elmao, though. He's laughing. He's laughing and he's rolling around.
I was just saying because I don't know if you actually are drunk.
Yeah, this has really made me second guess everything I know about drunken fighting, which is really kind of like I have nothing now. But I'm glad you're enjoying your little show.
This guy says if you were Jackie Chan, yes it is. If you are not Jackie Chan and fight a clueless fighter or a guy that is drunk for real, it might be effective, but not as effective as boxing. If you are not Jackie Chan and fight a guy that know a bit how to fight, you'll receive a kick in the middle, fall on the ground, and suffer a bad ground and pound.
Ooh, that's a bad case of ground and pound. I know everybody hates him because of all his disowning his son and all the stuff he says, but Jackie Chan is so cool, man. He's like the coolest guy.
Yeah, what if his son said that he couldn't win a fight by using Drunken Fist? You'd have to disown him.
He'd like kick him into a table where people are eating soup and stuff.
I think he disowned his daughter, but I can't remember.
He's disowning everybody because they step to his ass.
If you haven't been
your kids are gonna step to your ass when you have
if you're Jackie Chan.
It's especially if you're Jackie Chan because they see you in movies and they're like, he's not that tough. I saw him eat dinner yesterday.
He's like chasing down their cars on the highway.
Yeah.
As they drive away.
He's falling off an escalator and hitting them on the way down. He's doing all kinds of stuff.
They're on the bus to school and he's hanging onto the side of it, trying to crawl his way back in.
He does all his own stunts. He's like Tom Cruise if he was cool.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise is cool. You heard it from me.
You heard it here on crack.com. Let's go to the next one.
Okay. This is Quora Gone Wild. It's our animal segment. This first question is, do Navy SEALs get eaten by crocodiles or sharks when deployed in their amphibious missions?
I would like to interject and
Please.
say how nice it is to have a question about animals that is not specifically, can I punch them in the head?
It kind of is a little bit, but yes.
Well, this is about the military.
Do you think the sharks ever confuse a Navy SEAL for a regular SEAL? Is that the question?
They dress up in those suits.
Yeah.
In the wetsuits.
What do you think?
Okay, so sharks. How far are Navy SEALs going? I guess is my question.
Well, there was
Are
that
Navy
shark.
SEALs swimming long distances?
Yeah, I don't think they are, right?
I think something's gone
hang out in the
wrong if they're
boats.
swimming a long distance.
But
They're
what's
gonna be
in it?
tired when they get places.
Yeah, they're on the boat. They're not really doing like snorkeling.
I think they do like a little bit, but like if you are leaving a boat and get eaten on your way to shore, you did something wrong. Like
I think
they
that's
should.
true.
They have developed a sound cannon specifically to stop that. Crocodiles, I bet are getting them left and right. Though.
Oh yeah.
I bet we've lost at least 10,000 men to crocodiles since
a nation.
1945.
Since World War II specifically.
World War II is full of like ideas where the army tried to use like bats as a weapon and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if we had a whole subdivision of the Korean War that was the crocodile phase before
I would
that
love
got
that job.
reduced out.
I would love to do like the irregular weapons manufacturer job where they're like, I got a bunch of bats.
Yeah, I don't know what they do.
Why don't we just send them out there?
I talked about this on another podcast before, but the bat idea was that they were going in the war against Japan to put napalm on all of the bats, set them on fire, and then just like have the bats go to the houses because the houses are made out of wood. And then they ran into an issue where they would drop the bats out of planes.
Okay.
The bats would,
were on
from the
fire.
altitude, be asleep because they're knocked unconscious by the pressure. They're just dropping dead bats everywhere.
Oh my God. On fire.
On fire. I
Well-
think it was like a detonated charge over time or something. But
I
the
hate
ways
to
the
say
bats
it.
didn't work.
Yeah, the military operations of our country have never been the best, but
We're not
it's an
sending
interesting
our
idea.
best.
No, we're sending our bats.
We're sending our bats.
I like that idea. It's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna strap a bomb to a dog and tell him to go fetch inside our enemy's house.
Yo, dogs are probably like the first idea.
Yeah, they're probably like, if you throw a stick into that guy's bunker.
You don't try to get bats to do anything until dogs have been entirely ruled out. You know?
They were like, we ran out of poor people, so we're gonna go with bats.
I got a ton of them at my house. But crocs are they're naturally disguised as logs, as twigs. Any kind of river operation, a croc is going to get you.
Anyway, I have bad news for you. This guy, DG Operator, says a Navy SEAL has never been eaten by a crocodile or shark on
He
a
has
mission.
to say that. He has to say that to maintain morale.
There has only been one fatal shark attack on a UDT man, and it's an amazing story, really. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that at all. Fuck off.
Is there like too long didn't
TLDR.
read, the shark got him?
I don't fucking know.
Too long didn't read, the shark ate his ass.
You want me to read it or no?
No.
The U.S.
No,
Navy.
I don't.
The U.S. Navy has actually issued a statement on this, although it's a bit dated, 2007. It states, quote, in its entire history, the Naval Special Warfare Development Group has never had an incident where a team member was attacked by a shark. That they didn't first provoke.
Okay, so this is the thing: is we're recklessly deploying our young men into hostile shark engagements.
Yeah.
And then whatever happens, happens.
This
after
is,
that.
I know this isn't true because what about all the sharks that ate those guys in Japan that inspired like Jaws?
Oh,
Right?
well, those are so they fell off the boat,
Yeah.
or the boat sank, and
Yeah.
then they were just in the water for days at a time.
The sharks, they came for us one by one.
So, but they're not.
That's a
Navy
true story,
SEALs.
though.
They're not Navy SEAls. They're just
guys?
seamen.
They're just seamen.
Nobody cares about seamen, honestly.
So if they were in the Navy, though,
Nobody even cares about seamen.
you got to retain as much semen as you can. Or else,
Or
you don't
else
want
the sharks will get them.
Yeah, or else you'll lose the war. So I guess like they're just normal Navy people, and it's just like, who cares? They got eaten by sharks, but no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about that. We got 1 million of those back
All
home.
right, fair enough.
Navy SEALs, that's a lot of training going down a croc's belly. It's like
It
a
really
lot
is.
of tax
It's
dollars.
a very expensive dinner for that fucking crocodile.
I don't want my tax dollars being used to feed a croc.
All right, let's do the next question. How do I keep my dog warm in winter? She's an outside dog. Parentheses, not my choice. I can't do anything about it.
So, what is the deal with this dog?
They're trying to get the dog outside, and the dog's just like, I'm not going in there.
Nope.
You can't lock me up.
I'd rather die.
I'm an outdoor guy.
This is a Balto situation. It's a wild dog that you're claiming ownership of. So you got to get up close, take all your clothes off, and spoon because it's the only way you'll survive the night.
That's right.
That's what I've seen in many harrowing adventure
In
tales.
Balto, the adult story.
The scene I wrote into Balto, they cut out very unfairly.
I feel like you just go up to the dog and you get like a nice jacket for him and you put him in a jacket.
See, the dogs are already wearing a jacket of their fur, Jeremy.
Yeah, but you never see a dog with jackets on?
I do because I live in Brooklyn, but it's an abomination. It's not for utilitarian purposes.
Dogs wear shoes in our city.
Booties, little doggy booties,
That's
I would be
normal
more
for you?
convinced.
I mean, I feel like I've seen dogs wearing a nice little jacket.
I don't think it's for warmth. I think it's for style.
Really?
Because in Brooklyn, you either live the look or you let the look live you.
You ever see like a child who's so fashionable in Brooklyn and just feel
Bro, yesterday I saw a child not like 18 inches high in a full coordinated outfit with like matching shoes, and I could not get over it.
It's weirdly demoralizing.
I've been texting him, this child dresses better than me.
Oh, yeah.
The clothes are only going to fit them for around 3 weeks. It just makes you feel so poor.
It really does. It really does.
It's striking.
They're
This
wearing their
baby
little
could buy and
sunglasses.
sell you. Can't even walk
They're
around
on their
correctly.
big scooter.
Oh, yeah. They're learning the scooter young in this part of town.
That's true.
Anyway, yeah, you got to snuggle with that dog. Or make a fire for it.
Yeah, make a fire for the dog. That's a good idea.
A fire's responsible. I don't think
Teach
a jacket's going to work. The dog's not going to like wearing a jacket.
You make a fire for a dog, you keep him warm for a day. You teach a dog how to make a fire. You've created dog arson.
You've opened up a terrible history.
Now we're fighting the dogs in a big war. We're dropping bats on them.
Never should have learned how to create technology.
Who gave the power of fire to these dogs? It's like Planet of the Apes, but against dogs.
Yo, if any of my homies give the power of fire to dogs, I'm having vultures pick out their innards for all of eternity. No cat.
That's really funny.
Does anybody have any good ideas for this dog question?
If she's a small dog under 45 pounds, I don't know.
I love how despondent this person is that they can't keep the dog inside. I have no say in the matter. She's just an outside dog.
These are too long. I don't care.
All right, dude. There's no...
The hell you can't. If you're sensible enough to keep the dog warm, you would let it inside your house. You should not own animals or even stick up for them.
Don't even stick up for animals.
If you can't even stick up for them.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, I always do that. I make them funnier.
Reading is so important.
I'm so bad at reading.
If she's your
people are
dog,
just
why
like-
can't you- everyone's just trying to fight OP here.
I like this. Find her a better, more responsible family that will care for her properly. Dogs are pack animals. Should be living indoors with their family.
Join the pack.
If you can't support that, you need to find a responsible home. Even wild dogs live in a den with their family members too. Huddle together for warmth. Alex knew.
See, I had that at 1, but yeah, you should get that dog inside.
Yeah, I mean that is the kind of the answer. Like, you can't. Like, why are you arguing with the dog? Where you're like, she just won't do it.
Her spirit is too free.
She refuses to go inside.
Dogs are pack animals, just like the Quorators fan base. Join the pack, patreon.com.
We will snuggle with you to keep you warm if you
We
join our
have to.
Patreon. $5 a month for bonus episodes. $15 a month for snuggles.
I'm going to touch you.
Let's go. Let's move on to the quiz course. This is our politics segment.
Where do I put this button? There we go.
This is our politics segment. It's about politics.
If you don't like
serious
that,
issues of
here's the
today.
door. Again, off camera.
You can't see it, but
But
it's there, and we have to
it-
use a chair to close it because it doesn't close.
If Donald Trump comes up, that can happen here because it's the correct
We're not
segment.
scared to bring him up and question whether he's hot.
There's no sacred cows in this segment.
Speaking of sacred cows, what is wrong with India?
Now, this is going to be a divisive question.
Yeah, well, most of Quora is Indian, right?
And it does seem like most of the people on Quora are living in India. And so for that reason, there's probably going to be people with long, reasoned arguments in the comments here. And I'm going to just say, as an outsider, as a white devil, I'm going to say, ain't nothing wrong with India.
Yeah, beautiful country.
I think it looks good walking away.
Hey, it's none of my business.
Hey, I love what you're doing.
Hey,
over
India.
there.
What? Just wanted to get another look at you.
Oh, God, you're so beautiful. You have so many mountain ranges.
All right. That's that question. No, just kidding.
What do we got?
Let's see. Are
there any that are less than 10 pages long?
That's the problem, is that they're all so long.
There's so many pictures.
Why
of
are
all
there
of them.
dialogues? All right, let's see.
The country with the third highest porn viewers.
Well, what's the population? It's not really fair.
Okay, third highest porn viewers per their population is actually like an incredible achievement.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the first is America, right?
USA.
I mean, I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Could be. Does Russia have a similar population?
Female deities are worshipped.
That's nice, I guess. Oh wait, no, they're saying that's bad.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they're saying that's bad.
That's bad. Yeah, we just need male
Can't
deities.
do that.
If
Come
you
on.
can be a polytheistic religion with just a bunch of bros, just the boys hanging out.
Dude, your religion's such a freaking sausage fest.
I love the guy who's like, we got to take things back to their roots in a polytheistic enterprise, but also it's just the fellas. Zeus, Poseidon.
I refuse to worship a lady.
Tell Artemis to unsubscribe. Tell Athena she can kick rocks.
Man.
I can't give examples from Hinduism. I don't know enough of them.
No, I don't know. I don't want to take that swing.
There's the elephant one.
I'm not doing it.
Ganesh.
There were multiple arms.
And her name's Ganesh. And she's a man, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, these are dark.
That's about
These are people getting
sectarian violence.
murdered.
Oh, we don't like sectarian violence. Oh, our democracy's at risk. We don't want to know about that. What we're asking you is, what is wrong with India?
I can't follow this. I don't know
There's
what's
some
going on.
crazy pictures of this thing. I'm going to throw them up on the screen. But yeah, I guess you just need a different podcast to explain this one to
Yeah,
you.
sorry. It's not for us.
Sorry.
If you want to listen to, I don't know.
Sorry if you're triggered. We're not answering the what is wrong with India question.
You should be listening to Pod Save India.
Check it out. Probably a real podcast by the numbers.
This next question is, how difficult would it be to tackle a mass shooter?
Okay, now I'm in my element. I
Boom,
could knock that shit out,
baby.
no problem.
Yeah?
I try it every day. I practice. I crouch down by a door, and then you wait till they pass by the door, and you take them out.
What's the location for you?
So I'm cowering behind a desk, right? And
No,
I'm
but
so
like-
afraid. What?
But is it a school shooter? Because I feel like in my head when I'm thinking of
I think
tackling
school.
a mass shooter,
I think school.
I'm thinking movie theater.
Oh yeah. Well, ever since so when the Joker was in theaters, shout out
Yeah.
to the Quoker, by the way, our
Shouts
Joker
out.
segment. They had all those metal detectors in movie theaters, and then there was
Yes.
the Aurora. Was it Aurora? The movie theater?
That was Batman. Yeah, that was
in Batman, where there was the shooting in the movie theater. And so that's kind of like the Batman canon is trying to create a world where I'm going to get shot at the movie theater. But at the same time, like there's almost nothing you can do in that situation. Because
Yeah.
they have like a full stadium-style view of you.
Depends on where you're sitting and where they're shooting.
I always imagine shooter in the front. Oh, no, I'm like a fish in a barrel.
I'm imagining they're in the row in front of me. They're shooting people below me, and I'm like,
Oh, hell no.
stand down, sir. I'm trying to watch this movie.
Hey, could you quiet down?
Get off your phone.
Be present and kill people. No, dude, if they were shooting other people and they weren't looking at me, I'd be like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, you take them out,
Yeah, I'd probably take them out.
tackle them.
No, but I'd use my powerful tree trunk legs.
That's smart.
I'm tall as hell. I'll get you from downtown. But the thing is, in a big movie theater, they can shoot you with a good... At a certain distance, you're going to want a big gun that they were smart enough to bring.
There was a shooting in my hometown movie theater before I was born. It was called it was the multiplex, but everyone called it the murderplex.
Oh, because of the shooting?
And
That's good writing.
They had a metal detector there, and none of my friends would go with me to that movie theater. And I was always like, "It's the safest one. They got a metal detector."
Yeah.
No one's going there again.
If you're so convinced there's going to be another freak movie theater murder. No, I always think of a classroom because I feel like most of the public shootings happen in classrooms. Although, why would I be in the classroom? I'd have to be the teacher.
And that would be quite the class.
You learn a bit about life. No, you got to wait till they come around the door. It's your only chance.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And they like teach that in like office trainings now. They like escape, barricade, or fight.
I had that where in my office, I used to do a bit about it and no one liked it. Everyone thought it was offensive. But the bit was about how
here it is.
Well, I thought it was funny. It was just like some fucking retired cop from Staten Island came in and was like, all right, today we're going to learn about the ABCs of if there's a shooting. A, avoid. And I thought it was so funny. It's just like, avoid. B, barricade. C, confront.
B, I cannot believe there is a shooter at my workplace.
The bit that I would do is I would say they should add D, die. And then people would be like, oh. And I was like, well.
Yikes.
Sorry.
Well, the ABCs are good.
Why are you doing the ABCs?
These are the bases.
Why are you doing the ABCs of shooters?
It implies there's 26 steps you can take to defeat them, which inspires hope.
Enter heaven. F, fuck Marilyn Monroe.
That's once you're in heaven.
Yeah. G, God says hi. H, hi back.
Hi back to God.
I just spoke to God. J, Jeremy time. K, Kaplowitz specifically. L, love heaven.
We're doing all of this.
No, we're done.
M.
No, we're out.
We're not even halfway done.
We can't.
There's no time. Sorry, there's no time for that.
Anyway, the comment says,
and my goodness, I like heaven.
And no, wait, I'm in hell. Oh no. Please let me into heaven.
Everyone loves this.
Anyway.
This is great. Okay.
Fairly easy, although you risk being shot or killed.
That is the downside.
Doing good guy shit inherently comes with certain levels of risk.
Thank you for doing good guy shit. Upvote for you, dead teacher.
That guy with the funny last name. That's his name. He's an owner at plumbing, and he studied at, you guessed it, the School of Hard Knocks.
So many people have studied at that school.
Yeah.
It's very popular, especially on Quora. Yeah, okay. So I think
it's pretty hard to do, I think, realistically.
Are people saying that it's hard?
Yeah, everyone's like, you probably shouldn't do it. Many wear body armor. But this is like everyone's fantasy, though, right?
This is like, okay, in your head where you're like a Mortal Kombat character. How do you defeat the shooter? Because my actual combat abilities are pretty limited. I'm mostly a podcast professional. So if I have to vamp with the shooter for a while,
I can do that.
Until
the police are there.
Yeah, what's your favorite movie? You like Goku? Stuff like that. Like I can talk about Goku with a shooter for a long time. And the thing about Goku is everyone likes Goku.
Yeah.
So that's like
true.
something I can say that I know we're gonna have 20 minutes on that.
You could be a weeb.
You could be, you kind of a weeb. Who are your guys? Who are your guys, the shooter?
Yeah.
Until the snipers can get in place.
For me, the Columbine guys, I really grew up with them. I was just so inspired by their stuff.
The way they would ask people if they believe in God, I thought, I should do that.
Yeah. If I could travel back in time.
If I could travel. 97 was my year.
This is our most offensive episode.
Yeah. It's a podcast for Gen Xers here on crack.com.
Anyway, that's really it. People were just like, no.
No, you can't.
Killed.
But I think you can. Go for it.
Yeah, why not?
Give it a try.
That's our official advice.
If you're listening to this podcast while a shooting is happening, go for it.
If you're listening to this podcast, do not get drunk and try to fight. But if there's a shooter, tackle him.
Tackle him. But don't get drunk first. Come on, you're better than that.
Let's move on to Forbidden Fruit, our religion segment.
Oh, no.
I'm on the wrong thing.
That's not real. You're not really being pulled over. You are really in church, because this is Forbidden Fruit. This question is, I caught my atheist watching Harry Potter on his laptop, even though I told him it's a sin. What should I do?
My precious atheist.
I caught my atheist.
Is this why I got you a laptop? I got you this to re-find God.
So I assume this is their kid, right?
Well, it's their atheist
child, but I like the idea that they're just I just the first 4 words.
Could be a spouse.
I caught my atheist. Period. End it there. What'd you catch him with? A big net?
Folks. It's a Quora that writes itself. So this is on the laptop. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove the laptop. It's a vessel for sin.
Yes.
It's a vessel to their godless ways.
That's how they're finding godless heathen podcasts like Quorators.
If you can maybe hobble them in some way, break their legs,
Mm.
keep them from going outside.
Spoil the ending. Be like Snape killed Dumbledore.
Folks.
And then
Harry
they'll-
Potter spoilers. If you made it past Darth Jar Jar, Snape did kill
Welcome to
Dumbledore.
Cracked. Oh, the fact.
If your child has a laptop, they're probably pretty old, right? I mean, Harry Potter's kind of like little baby stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you read Harry Potter as a kid?
I mean, I read it. I mean, I was kind of like older when the series ended, and
Right.
I did enjoy it, but I don't think it would like influence me religiously.
Sure. Well, there was a big scare, right? People were like, it's satanic.
Yep.
But that's not atheism. That's Satanism.
Yeah, that's
They're very different. It's
eating the
opposite.
dark fruit of the Dark Lord.
Which is what I did when I was reading Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It taught me about how to be a witch.
Butterbeer.
I started hating my muggle parents.
Is my atheist having butterbeer?
That sounds so disgusting.
Butterbeer? Yeah. Well, I think they were pretty much just like they get drunk, but in a way kids can do, and it's fun.
With butter?
It doesn't literally taste like. I imagine it tastes like butterscotch.
Fair. I assume there was butter in it. I don't know.
Which soda in general, like, it kind of tastes like butterscotch. Anyway, what do the people think?
You have your very own atheist. It's good that you let him have a laptop. If you're concerned about what he's watching on it, you might want to have a look at the child access options in the settings menu.
Oh, so that's like, it was really condescending, but it was practical
but it was
advice.
real advice. Then someone else says, "What? You're allowed to own atheists?
This is so
How come
annoying.
no one has told me about this? I could think of 1,000 cool things I would do with an atheist. First of all, atheists can't be owned because they're too smart.
Does it say that on there?
No.
Oh.
Are they expensive? Do they eat much? Can I breed them? Why is that your question,
Don't
Colin
ask
MacArthur, former lawyer?
Don't ask about breeding
Can
anyone.
I breed them?
It's not that kind of show.
If if they suddenly convert and accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior, do I have to set them free? Can I breed them?
Can I breed them?
Why is that so gross? Also, where are the answers?
Yeah, Quora's like a bad website, kind of.
You should cry about it on Quora. Oh, look, you did that already. You're all done.
Oh my God!
Owned by
You are
SR.
never coming back from this.
That's such a weird answer.
You can
everyone's
post that on
mad.
anything.
People are just pissed off.
Yeah, people are pissed off that he owns
How
an atheist.
dare you
so
try
bad.
to get someone? Oh, here's one. Mizuki says, normally people would consult the priest in this matter, but don't worry, follow these steps. Consult the Ministry of Magic from your local owl post. And I'm not going to read the rest. It goes on.
Is it Mizuki from Naruto?
What?
Is it when you click on their
Oh.
picture? Is it?
I don't know. It's a snake.
It says they're a proud Slytherin in the title.
Oh, no.
That's their bio.
That's like the bad
You let a
guys.
Slytherin in the answers.
You can't let a Slytherin
You can't be
in.
taking answers from Slytherins.
We need to stomp out the Slytherins.
You're gonna get the dark mark. Rob is threatening to kill himself.
Rob is
Then I say,
threatening
I'll show you
suicide.
mine if you show me yours.
Rob is a Slytherin.
Yeah, he's so triggered.
All right, let's move on from this one.
Yeah, that's
This next question is atheists. Imagine your friend buys 10 Bibles to burn them together with you, but as soon as he gives you a Bible to burn, a Christian baby sees it and starts crying and begging not to burn it. Who will you listen to, your friend or the baby?
I love the friend group I'm in this question. We're batch buying Bibles for an event together.
Imagine your friend buys 10 Bibles to burn them together with you. Hey guys, new hobby.
Bro, I'm at the store. I'm just going to pick up 9 Bibles. Do you want one?
You grab beer, I'll buy the Bibles.
I was thinking for the burning. You know, this weekend's burning. Is this something you do more than once? Like you do it and you're like, this was fun and it will stay fun.
Well, it's fun, and then you turn around and there's a baby there, and he goes, "Don't do that.
No.
Please don't burn your Bible."
It gives me life.
It's an Italian baby.
It
gives me life. Please don't burn the Bible. I am an Italian baby.
It's really sad that he talks like that. But
oh, let me kiss you on the cheek.
would you listen? I would listen to my friend. It
Yeah,
sounds
I'd
like
listen to
they're
my
my
friend.
good friend.
Yeah, I'm not friends with this baby.
Babies cry all the time and you ignore them. They never know what they're talking about. They're
Yeah.
always just like, I'm sleepy.
Yeah,
Don't burn that Bible.
I don't care.
Shut
at all.
up.
Go back to Italy.
You don't know about the economy.
Neither
So I'm
do
not
I.
going to listen to you. I spent good money on these Bibles to burn.
Yeah, you don't understand the value of money.
I snuck into 10 hotel rooms for these Bibles.
Sure.
And I'll be damned if I'm going to let that hard time, which is money, go to waste.
That's cool as hell to burn some Bibles. We should do that on the pod.
Yeah, let's get 8 friends.
All right, step 1.
I don't want to burn like 5 myself. That sounds outrageous.
It's hard for me to find a situation where I'm really listening to the baby, where a talking Christian baby is really convincing me to do anything.
Some of the situations these babies are kind of right in,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
And the more extreme ones where you're like parachuting or they're stopping us.
Yeah, with me. We need to reduce the budget for the military. And I'm like, oh, that Christian baby's got a point.
Shut up, baby. Time for war.
We're going to drop you from a plane.
Carbon levels. They're out of control. My future.
The ice caps are melting. Who cares? We're all going to be dead by then, baby.
Why don't you burn one? Why don't you light up a stogie?
Don't burn that Bible. Why? I don't care. It's releasing fumes into the air. Did you say fumes, you idiot? Anyway, that's that
That's
baby
enough
question.
of that. We should probably
Mamma mia.
do the baby voice every 10
People
minutes on here.
either
We
love
say-
it or hate it.
Very polarizing. Very polarizing. What do the answers say?
The answers are the same thing as always. They're just like, a talking baby?
I like the top one.
I don't burn or ban any book, and I don't know anyone who could afford 10 Bibles.
I don't know one person who could afford 10 Bibles.
I could afford maybe 6 Bibles. How much does a Bible cost?
It can't be very much. If you learn nothing else this episode, it will be the
Bible
price of a
costs?
Bible.
Bibles for sale. Order today on Amazon.
Interesting. So there's one for $295 and there's one for $4. So
Most
they're
of
really all
these-
over the place.
Most of these are about $20.
Okay.
So 10
They're big
Bibles,
books.
it's gonna cost you about $200, but you're splitting it with 10 friends.
And if you buy them in bulk, you'd probably get them even cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who could afford 10 Bibles.
And they're burning.
You think I know someone with $200? All right,
I'm gonna
now we're searching
destroy your
in bulk on Amazon.
I'm sorry. Oh. Anyway, then most people are just like, I don't listen to the
All right,
babies.
we got another baby question. You do the next
Do
baby
we?
question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I love a baby question.
I wonder what voices will come up.
Atheists, imagine you were trying to burn the last copy of the Bible from a Christian baby when Jesus himself shrouds himself in golden light and says, quote, piss off. Would you become a Christian?
Hey, mate.
Jesus
Shove
is
it.
British. Piss off, mate. Hey, bloke.
Hey, I'm back from the dead, and I've had it up to here with you, Gov.
I love pissed off British Jesus.
Pissed off
my
British
favorite
Jesus.
new character.
So, atheists, imagine you are trying to burn the last copy of the Bible from a Christian baby.
Imagine Jesus comes back to Earth and it's Jason Statham.
We need to break this down into parts.
Okay, there's one copy left from the Bible. It is owned by a Christian baby. You take it from the baby because obviously it's a baby. You can't do shit about that. You're going to burn it. Jesus shows up.
That thing.
He's Jason Statham.
Yeah.
He says, bug off, mate.
your last mistake.
That's my Bible.
The second you touch that baby, you lost your life.
Right. You hear that. You go, you know what? I'm a Christian. And I think the answer is yes, I do become a Christian because that means a follower of Christ. If Jesus came up to me and was a British man, I'm like, I'm following you wherever you want.
Do unto others as Jason Statham would do unto me, and then I'd take out my piece. I called it sideways because that's the kind of thing he might do in any given
Jason?
film. Yeah, Jason. First name basis. First name basis with Jason Statham.
You ever seen that movie, what is it, Wrath of Man? His most recent Guy Ritchie movie?
Oh, no, that one didn't look very good. Although they're all kind of the same movie, right? Like the
It's
Guy Ritchie
pretty
movies.
dumb, yeah. But the movie is about, he like infiltrates this company so that he can rob it later. And he's trying to act like a normal guy, but everyone knows like he's kind of too tough. You know what I mean? So there's one scene.
He's too tough to be undercover.
Yeah, like people are like, because he's like obviously like ex-military, but people are like, hey, Jason Statham, you want to go out for drinks later? And he's like, no, I'm Jason Statham. But there's one really funny scene.
He's disassembling and reassembling machines around the
Yes.
office. You seem like a normal guy.
There's one scene where this character is like, hey, Jason Statham, like, what's your favorite food? And he's like, vegan stuff. He's like
sea rations. I mean, nothing.
He's just trying not to seem too cool, I guess. He's like, I like girl food.
Probably girl dinner.
Bunch of pills, mate. Anyways, I love this question. It makes me really happy.
So if Jesus told me to piss off, I'm going to take this.
Piss off.
Clearly, I'm the asshole in this
Yeah,
question.
am I the asshole? Jesus told me to piss off.
I don't know how I know it's him because he talks to Jason Statham, but I got to get out of here.
Martin Benjamin says, yes, I would, on the condition that Christian baby finally leaves me alone.
Okay, so we're having a little bit of meta commentary.
Boom, upvote.
Because everyone's talking about the baby and it's a running joke. But here's the thing is it's also an important rhetorical tool.
I commented, that's right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that.
No babies are born Christian. They have to be indoctrinated and learn the language to comprehend what they're being told. Hardly a baby.
Every time they get stuck on this.
I know.
Babies can be Christian.
I like this one. Richard Bold says, I imagine I told you to piss off. Would you just STF you?
Oh my God. How are you coming back from that? And then guess what's after that is 4 rolling on the ground laughing emojis.
Yep.
That's how much they're rolling around about it.
I think I would become a Christian. I genuinely would.
Yeah.
This is the first one where I'm like, yes.
If you see Jesus,
Yeah.
at that point it's like, yeah, he's magic, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. If I met a magic guy, I'm probably going to follow him.
I tried to get rid of all of these Bibles, and I feel
There's one
like
left.
an idiot for it.
And I was about to burn it.
I did some fucked up stuff to get to this point.
And we can't make more for some reason.
No, we're all out of the word of the Lord.
The internet's down.
Sorry, the printer's offline, so you can't print any more Bibles.
There's a jam. All right.
We're out of ink. Just that book.
You want to do our police segment?
Yes.
This is
Now I'll hit the
5
button the
Quo.
right time.
This is not a real siren. You are not under arrest.
This is just the podcast.
This is just the podcast. It's normal to hear it.
Okay, this is a good one.
Can I go to jail if I kill a murderer? Parentheses, no self-defense. Just went to his house and did it.
Love the explanation there.
The answer is no. You can't.
Well.
And I encourage
What
our
if I really
listeners
want
to? Do this. There's only one reason you can go to jail. It's because someone tricked you into saying pedophile on your podcast.
And then they clipped you and made you look owned on the internet. Here's the thing. If one is to hunt a lion, what chance does one stand in lion-to-lion combat? The lion will tear you limb from limb and eat your organs out of your
That's
butthole.
true. Isn't this
But
the premise of Dexter?
is it?
Isn't he a serial killer who kills serial killers?
Yeah, that is Dexter.
I haven't seen it.
But it's because he has a compulsion. It's not that it's legal.
Oh.
The idea is that they'll, throw him to jail or somebody.
I thought it was because of a loophole where if you kill a murderer, you can't go to jail.
No, he's not like sanctioned by the department.
If you marry the murderer, you can't testify against him.
All kinds of rules for murderers come. Check out Dexter while you're at it. But
I love parentheses,
finish
no
my-
self-defense.
no self-defense. They do not see me coming. This is my point.
Sorry, please finish your point. I'm very
One
sorry.
is to hunt the lion in
Yes.
its sleeping chambers.
Sure.
Then your odds increase dramatically.
Of what? Of
being a
killing the lion.
lion.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm kind of like I'm developing an evil personality, persona
Evil
on
Alex.
the show that does morally questionable things.
I like that character.
I need more like going on.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
true.
There's not enough to keep you hooked that I just read Quora. I need
No.
to there needs to be one good guy
No.
and one bad guy.
I'm the good guy,
And,
and I'm a Christian baby.
You're like an honest guy.
just a normal Joe.
You're an everyday. You wear a hat. I feel like that's an everyday guy thing.
The headphones hurt my head.
Yeah, they hurt my head too. That doesn't mean anything. But yeah, I'm
Well,
like
that's
a
why I
son
wear
of
a
a
hat
bitch
usually.
sometimes.
Yeah, Alex is evil now. Don't fight him.
Oh, or do. Just don't go to sleep after.
It's legal for him to go to your house and kill you.
I don't really see any room to play with the jail part of it, though, because most situations where you kill a guy, you go to jail. Oh, unless you're a cop.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're a cop,
you just like get rid of the evidence. Yeah.
You could just go into someone's house and kill them. It's happened a lot.
It's really easy to do.
Yeah.
You can just say like a crack addict burst in here, some sprinkle crack. The Dave Chappelle joke, sprinkle crack on him.
It's classic.
Yeah, I thought of that just now.
Alex invented that joke.
I'm very rich.
Alex keeps slapping his knee with a microphone.
I've done it, and it's a rush.
You just went to do it and realized like you can't.
I can't. They're belted to the table. If this was in my living room still, I could do it.
Yeah, we don't do it there anymore.
Well,
Will we be back? Who knows? All right. Well, everyone says yes. It's illegal.
You go to jail. Unfortunately, I would love to tell you to kill at will.
Only I'll tell you to do that.
I would love to tell you to go psycho mode out there.
I can't wait to get a million comments that are like, Jeremy's wrong about this. It's actually illegal to do that. Troll alert, troll alert, troll alert.
The drawing of the troll in the Don't Feed the Troll picture is quite entertaining.
It makes me want to feed that troll.
It's a bit liberal. It kind of looks like a mole.
Yeah, it's a liberal troll.
Yeah, a liberal troll. Maybe the original image said "Don't feed the mole."
Maybe.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe there's something there. Okay. Do we have a? I think there's just one law enforcement question.
Okay. Should we find some more after that or no?
We got quaranting here. Let's see how this one goes. This could be a rich text, and this is very similar to a lot of the questions we were asking last week. This is saying queer romance, no, it's quaranting. Excuse me.
That's enough.
That is the quaranting sound.
That's the sound you hear as a parent.
When something has gone a little too far.
When your kids will not put down the butterscotch.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Give me that Bible. I'm burning it.
Do you want me to give you mismatching clothes next? For your fancy outfit to make younger people feel poor?
Put on your extremely fancy jacket. You're 4 years old, and you need to mock Alex in the streets.
That's it. Give me your Supreme hoodie.
Take off your Ray-Bans and look at me.
I don't know what you're looking at. You could be looking at my huge boobs. Which would be normal if you're a baby.
Yeah, they want that shit.
Also, hey, we've all done it. What is the question?
We didn't ask it yet.
Okay.
What would you do if your son gave you a MILF shirt for your 45th birthday?
Huh. For my 45th birthday?
Rob's done it.
I'd give it to my beautiful wife. That's what I'd do. I'd say, happy birthday, honey. It's my birthday. I got you a MILF shirt from our son.
Well, I assume you're the mom in this case.
Yeah, I'm a mom, and I'm a MILF.
You're a MILF.
I'm assuming I'm not like an ugly mom.
No, you're a mom that people love to fuck.
If anything, the birth has only made me tighter.
That's interesting. Modern science should fucking investigate your vagina.
They gotta check me out because I am an anomaly. Oh, wow. But at the same time, I do feel some tension receiving this great gift from my son.
Snapback vagina.
You're still stuck on my tight vagina, I see.
Yeah. Oh, who is it?
I didn't realize I was talking to my husband. My husband.
What would I do if my son gave me a MILF shirt from
the pizza delivery man? Who is the real father of my child? I must know. But at the same time, I'd maybe give them a talking to. I'd say, well, this gift shows great humor.
Yes. And yes, it's a compliment that I am quite fuckable.
I am a mom many would love to fuck. I'd say that. I'd look them right in the eyes and I'd say that. They gave me the gift. They asked for it.
You know who loves to fuck me? Is Dad.
Daddy. You can get him a DILF shirt.
Oh, yeah, and he feels left out.
If they were matching, it would be significantly less weird. That came out crazy, but
I don't know if it'd be that much fun. Parents, I love to watch fuck each other.
It shows that they put thought into the gift. Sure. Does that make it more weird? Like if it's an anniversary, you're like your little shitty kids, like, hey, I think you're both ILFs.
When I was a little kid, my parents always tell me the story that apparently I went to my dad and said, Dad, I love you. And my dad said, why don't you go to Mom and tell her that? And I went to my mom and said, Mom, I love Dad.
Oh,
and
my
she cried.
God.
And that's the equivalent of giving just one parent an ILF shirt.
These are comedy standards, folks. That's how you roast a mom.
I was a young boy.
You could have made up for it with a MILF shirt, but
I could have.
It's too late now. Don't get
It's
her one
far
now.
too late.
Yeah, many moms might be turned off, but if you got a real freak up there, it could be good.
There are some bad parents who probably would appreciate the joke. But
some people just need a compliment too.
Oh my god!
That's the thing.
Hey, mom, you're a MILF.
I think you're a MILF.
I'm sure lots of people want to fuck you, or would love to.
Everyone in my school class won't stop talking about it. That's the kind of things that these young boys do, or girls.
All sorts of kids.
Also, hey.
Well,
I don't care who you are. This is a MILF.
the top comment from Scott Welch says, "Put it away somewhere safe and haul it out for the after-dinner speeches at his wedding rehearsal dinner. He'll be mortified." I guess.
Assume they develop like some sense of awareness later.
Yeah.
Not now.
Amanda says, "My son is 12 now and definitely has poor enough judgment to think this is funny, though I don't think he knows this acronym yet. Our family has a sense of humor, especially when it's just the kids, their dad, and me. I'd probably thank him for his opinion, that he has an attractive mom, then ask him if I should wear it to his next hockey game. If his response is anything other than a horrified, 'No!' his dad and I would need to have a serious talk about the boundaries of humor, appropriateness, and respect."
Okay, I have to interject. We all think it's funny though, right?
To give your mom a MILF shirt?
To give your mom a MILF shirt?
I think it's a boundary too far.
You can say it's too far, but you have to admit it's pretty funny.
It's funny in a way where, like, if my friend told me that they did that, I'd be like, that's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But it's funny. It's undeniably like something, it's a story of note. If nothing, it's news. And that's what this show's about.
Yeah, no, it's funny. It's weird.
It's really weird.
Don't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't either.
If I were the MILF, then maybe I would maybe not punish them.
It's the kind of funny story that, like, if a friend of mine told me that story, I assume it's the kind of friend who has a lot of stories that are, like, crossing boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just one of 1,000 stories from them where they're like, and then one time I punched a dog in the face. And you're like,
don't do that.
all right, man.
Don't do stuff
You're
like that.
crazy.
Hey, the dog stole my mom's MILF shirt. Yeah, I guess
One
if you're
time I shot myself with a gun and I had to use my mom's MILF shirt to stop the bleeding. It just keeps coming back.
Maybe one of the darkest stories he tells is about his self-inflicted gun wound. You know, Lil Wayne did that.
Did he?
Yeah,
he bought his mom a MILF shirt.
Yeah, after he bought his mom a MILF shirt, he took his shirt off because he's never wearing a shirt, and he was doing the taxi driver, you talking to me thing with a real gun, and he actually shot himself.
That's pretty dumb.
Isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I
mean, at the time, it would probably be like, ow, ouch.
Yeah, big time.
I regret this, but you know.
This guy Mark Brown says, teenagers, geesh.
Really, what else do you need to know?
I don't think geesh is a word.
Geesh.
First, put the best construction on the action possible. We live in a world and culture where everything is about how it looks. So the MILF shirt is a clumsy attempt at a compliment. Depending upon the boy, it could also have been a joke to get exactly this reaction from mom. Laugh along. I doubt it's anyway meant to be creepy. Second, it's probably too late, but put on the shirt and play it up one morning. If you have other kids, they will ask you to take it off out of embarrassment. The kid will get it and learn something without direct confrontation. Or you could just ask him what he meant. He's a boy. He'll probably tell you.
How do you play up a MILF shirt? They just come down to breakfast and you're like, uh-oh, guess my son's here who likes to fuck. Look, I'm wearing the shirt.
I hate all of this.
All right, no, here's my basic question for this whole thing, which is this just another erotica prompt on Quora? Because most of these are, but people are genuinely answering them.
Yeah, well, most of the like related questions are like, as a mom, do you ever fuck your kids? Like, no joke.
Yeah.
That's like literally half of them.
Well, that's why I guess I'm confused that it has real answers.
Yeah.
But the real answers are that I guess
I'm not going to actually read
kid.
any of these, but yeah, most of these are just like, yep, these are literally just incest porn.
Put your child in a well and seal it.
I don't like any of these. These are really upsetting. The related questions. The MILF shirt question is now quite innocent now that I look back at it.
Right, which is why I put it on the document.
Someone says, I would turn it into mice or mile.
That's really thoughtful.
Turn it into mice.
If your child gives you a MILF shirt, turn it into mice. That's all we wanted to say here today.
Let's ask a question.
That's been the Quorators podcast. Let's ask a question on our way out.
We have a question from the bonus this week that we were going to ask about eating too many grapes that Mr. Tony heard. But do we want to ask one that's appropriate for this episode? Or
I don't remember
relevant?
the full grape question.
Who cares?
And
Dump
nobody cares about it.
Get rid of it.
Hey, sorry about that grapes question.
What's the question you asked?
Our question is, does Darth Jar Jar ever get laid or what?
The problem is if we do that, when we talk to our guest next week, we will have to discuss Darth Jar Jar, which, quite frankly, I don't want to do.
And yet you're the one. You're the one insisting we do the whole lore for Darth Jar Jar. Fine.
There's a scene where Qui-Gon Jinn is talking to
Oh
someone,
my
and
God.
you can see Jar Jar does a little motion with his hand.
Shut up.
And then Qui-Gon says the thing he wants him to say.
Why would he do drunken fist if he's a Darth Lord? That's not something that happens in Star Wars. I'm getting really mad all of a sudden.
He's the Phantom Menace. He needs to stay hidden.
My question is,
why does Jar Jar become a senator?
My question is, can you die from eating too many grapes?
Can you? Sure, that's a great one.
There you go. Write that up. All right, that's been us for another week. This has been the Quorators podcast, the only show that asks what is Quora. Thanks for listening. If you would like more episodes where we go read Quoras on other websites or do themed episodes,
or just do themed Quora episodes.
Sometimes they're about all kinds of crazy stuff. Go to patreon.com/Quorators. That's our page. And until next week, we will, I don't know, do whatever you want until next week because that's when the show comes out.
Drop a comment below as to whether you think that this is scripted or not.